Okay, how does this shit start again? Why do I always forget how it starts?
Wow.
What South Breeze say? Oh, South Breeze ain't here. And he says, hold on, it's coming back to me. I remember. Welcome to, what is this shit called? Oh, the Dirty Bird Nation Report, the unofficial official podcast of Falcons Twitter. I'm your hostess with the mostest. Psych, I don't got no ass. Lethal Saint.
God damn.
Y'all wow, son.
And today, South Breeze isn't here again, but that's fine because every time he does not record with us, one of his Falcons things breaks, so we shall see what breaks this time. Tonight, we've got Marcus Sniffle, certified Falcons hater / Colts fan. We got Tony, the drinker of Dasani water, which is very disgusting.
Wow.
I'm not done. And Josh, he keeps getting his account suspended. And he likes Giants girls. And yeah. So, how's everybody been?
I've been scrizzy, son.
I feel like you're putting everybody on blast right now. I don't know what's going on, but come on, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Jeez.
Yo, don't we have some dirt on her we can put it on blast about, yo?
Nope.
With the mostest.
Y'all ain't got nothing on me.
Yeah,
some people do.
She be lying about her body parts on Twitter, yo.
Oh yeah. I seen you and Amber on the timeline over there.
Lying. Yeah, man.
Talk about
what was that? I don't got no titties. I'm flat chested.
Wow. You couldn't even say that with a straight face, bro. Come on.
Flat chested. Okay.
Yeah.
I don't got nothing here. I stuffed my bras with tissue. Like
Amber said different.
Amber's lying. Okay. Amber's lying on me as usual. I be wholesome and stuff. I don't be causing no drama on Twitter.
You are lying.
My business.
You are really a terror on the timeline, yo.
What?
Yeah, you really are.
You really are a terror.
I've been good for like 3 months.
Yeah,
okay.
3 months.
Yes. Yeah. Only time I got bad on the timeline was when this loser, I forgot his freaking @name, but this loser gonna come on the timeline, and I was ignoring him, right? I was like, what the fuck is he talking about? He's talking about Julio needs to go. He said Sanu was better than Julio.
Oh yeah.
I know you're talking about. Yo, I had to respond to that dude. I said, bro, you got cut within 3 months. Sit this one out, bro.
Yeah. Yeah,
like, come on, G.
Yeah, his comment about Julio was personal. It had nothing to do with football.
Yeah.
That's all personal.
Yeah, bro.
That's what I found out too. I was ignoring him. I was like, this dude is a loser. And then he was like, who said it first? I think B Gizzle or something, whatever your @ is. He was like, yo, I see why he's been talking about Julio. Because this dude posted a picture that he clearly has saved in his phone of him lying against Julio of practice. And I'm like, bruh, are you serious right now? What did he say? What was that caption? He was like, oh, if you aren't lining up against him, then leave him alone and don't say nothing. I was like, bitch, you aren't lining up against him either. Like,
you're right.
You're saved in your phone, and you're just salty as fuck because you're not in the league and Julio is, and Julio's dominating. Like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah, bro. Like, that was strictly personal, dude.
Yeah, it was personal, and it's not based on anything. Like, it's baseless. Like, this man was like, yeah, Julio's just out in these streets too much. He's out here hanging with the Migos, and he's not working as hard. I'm like, nigga, this man put up 16,000 yards last year. What are you talking about?
Yeah, bro. I mean, Jesus. I mean, you won't be made second team All Pro hanging with the Migos, right? Yeah.
Right.
I mean, maybe more receivers should hang out with the Migos then. I mean, if that's what you get.
Right.
I mean, right.
Can T.Y. Hilton hang with them too?
Like, he's doing all this and putting up these numbers. Like,
I'm saying though, and probably the highest paid receiver in the league. I hang with the Migos too. You heard me?
Right.
Yeah. And then he like own part of the Migos label anyway.
Does he?
No. He has his hands like other things like dealerships and like it was like some type of land development like something like another Atlanta station that he invested in. He does stuff like that out here.
Oh.
Does he own like kennels or anything like that?
Wow. Here we go.
Here
we go.
Wow, this guy. I think his best receiver is like what? T.Y. Hilton. Come on, man.
I'm just making sure, bro. I'm making sure he's keeping his nose clean. Just because you said he had his hands and all these other things. I'm just making sure he's above board.
Legal things, okay? Legal.
Okay.
He has clean. He has clean money. All his money is clean.
Yeah.
Josh, you see him around sometimes?
No, I haven't. I don't think I ran to any Falcons player except for like there was like in the club like some years ago. I ran to like True Fun and the Cool after we lost like the Thursday night game
in the club.
You ran into a mirror at the club?
No, I walked past him and the Cool.
Nah, dog. They ran into each other at the bathroom and they thought they were looking into a mirror.
No, that did not happen.
Telling you it happened. I bet there's footage and everything. Everybody else
y'all wow.
That's how that matters.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not trying to ruffle no feathers, right? But
here we go.
I kind of get where the whole thing with Julio's contract, like, I feel like this is going to be one of those. It's going to be an emotional decision, right? Because if you're the Falcons organization, you can't let Julio walk, right? You can't let him play in a different uniform, especially after the year he had. But he's going to be making, because I mean they said that he's going to have his contract extension before training camp, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
starts in like a few weeks, and he's going to be the highest paid receiver in the NFL. Mm-hmm. So they're going to have to extend them for probably like 5 years. And I was looking at the prices of what receivers are making, like the high end ones. Odell Beckham next year is going to make $14 million. Antonio Brown is going to make $14.6 million. Hopkins is going to make $12.5. And Julio this year is only going to make $9 million, which obviously Julio Jones is underpaid. He should clearly make way more money than $9 million a year. But you consider his age and I'm not going to call him injury prone, but he has like nagging foot injuries. Like the Falcons are going to pay him like probably $17 to $18 million a year for the next 5 years. I feel like this is something like I feel like the Patriots would trade him this offseason. Like I feel like that's the move that they would do and try to get some value for him. I'm not saying they should. I'm not saying they would. I could understand if they were like, you know what? It would make more financial sense. More, we can keep our team. We can get more value for Julio on the trade market as opposed to paying, a 33-year-old wide receiver $18 million who's coming off of another foot injury or something like that.
Okay, well, I get what you're saying, but this is where I think you forget. Number one, Julio is only 30. Number two, every year we see the salary cap go up.
That's true.
So when you and don't forget, like when you extend these players, it expands the cap space. So with us extending Julio, then we got to extend Deion Jones and then Grady. The salary cap continues to expand. Not only that, I have a few people in my head. Well, one in particular, who I think will not make the cut next year, which is Mohamed Sanu. But that's just me.
Yeah.
I think
they can afford to let him go.
Yeah,
they can afford that.
So at some point, because I knew when we signed him to that contract, I think at some point he's going to become a cap casualty. And with us getting him off our books, and also who else is going to probably come off the books if he doesn't step it up again is Desmond Trufant. So with those two players or with some other players coming off our books, I think giving Julio, he's going to get 20 mil. I think giving Julio 20 mil is not going to be a problem. Now, as far as you said, as far as the injury prone thing, I mean, yeah, he has nagging foot injury, but we have to remember Julio's only missed 3 games since 2014.
Yep.
In total.
Yeah. He doesn't miss a lot.
He doesn't.
Games, that's for sure.
And right.
He plays
so like,
through it.
Versus, you know, his rookie year in 2013, you know what I'm saying, where he missed 3 games in 12 games.
Right.
You know, in a 3 to 4 year span, you only miss 3 games. I mean, this dude is an alien, dude. He's T.O. reincarnated. So that's why I'm not really worried about it. Me and my cousin had a conversation. He was like, man, he thinks that Julio won't see all of that money, you know, through the 4 or 5 years. Me personally, I think he will, simply because of how he trains. He plays through his injuries. Dan Quinn has been, I will give Dan Quinn this credit. He has been very, very smart with handling Julio. I think we know that Julio really doesn't need to practice. He knows, you know, he doesn't really need to practice. He knows what's going on. He has enough rapport with Matt Ryan, and he already knows Dirk Cutter's system. And we see it every Sunday. So I see what you're saying. It's just that you just have to step back and really look at the big picture. But I totally understand what you're saying. And yes, the Patriots will make a move like that.
Yeah,
the Patriots will definitely make a move like that.
And to harp on that, like you, with every team, you have certain pillars that is going to be your team from beginning to end. Julio is one of those pillars with us. Him, Matt, I would say probably Deion Jones and maybe Keanu. Those are like some of the pillars as of now. Grady maybe one too. But those are the pillars that were drafted by the Falcons and they're only going to play for the Falcons. So Julio, he's going to get his
and
deal.
Also Jake Matthews, Josh.
Matthews too. So Julio, he's going to get his money. My thing is like, I know I need the little joke with Jake, but Julio's going to get his money. My thing is like, once he does, like Tony said, it's going to help the cap space, give us a little relief too. So we can re-sign Debo and Grady and stuff like that. But the thing with Julio is, with him and like Michael Thomas and everybody else, the other wide receivers, they're just trying to see which one's going to go first, and then from there, the others are going to set their own market. But no one's budging as of yet, because if I'm Julio, I'm not going to go before Michael Thomas because I'm better than him. I'm not going to go before the other wide receivers because I'm better than them too. So I'll wait till they get their deals done. I'm going to capitalize off of that, because I feel like,
go ahead.
No, I was gonna say, because I feel like I said, I'm Julio, so it's like I should be the highest paid wide receiver in the league.
Okay, can we get off this, because I want y'all to know something. Yes, we know Julio is way better than Michael Thomas, but me personally, I don't think agents and teams go based off that. It's just like, okay, we know what you bring to the table. We know how good you are. Everybody has their different opinions about who's the best. So, right, like for me, I feel like this. Michael Thomas is going to be the highest paid receiver in the league. Not because he's better than Julio, but because that's how the business is.
Right. Exactly.
So you know, that I don't think that's how, you know, these teams and these agents, based off how much they should get paid, is based off simply off of the market. So like for right now, I think it's Odell's being the highest. I think Odell is the highest paid receiver right now, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah, he is. So at that moment in time, because of he's an exception to me, because of his skill set and because of he literally carried the Giants. Because of his skill set and the market, I felt like the only receivers that should be the highest paid is Odell, Julio, and then Michael Thomas. But that's just me. I'm not trying to ruffle no feathers, but in my opinion, I believe Odell should be the highest paid receiver. That's just me, though.
I agree with that too. I can agree with that.
That's just me. That's just me.
But Odell, he has missed some games lately. And I'm still on that playoff performance that we saw from him last. That
was terrible.
I get it. I get people still bringing it up. It was one game, man.
But that's the only playoff game he played in. So I mean, what can we go off of? Like, that was a horrible game. Like,
yeah, it was, but you got to go off his body of work. I mean, you just not gonna underpay Michael Thomas because he had 4 receptions for 36 yards.
I would.
And let's not forget.
I would because that's
Josh, you only do that. Josh, you only do that because you
because that shows me when I need you in the clutch, when I need you in the biggest game of our season, you're not going to show up. Like, yeah, you can do this. Yeah, you can do it. Yeah, you can do this against the Tampa Bay Bucks in week 4, but I don't need that. I need this against the LA Rams in the NFC Championship game. I need you to go off of me, and you didn't deliver. So I'm not paying you a buttload of money. But Julio, at least we saw him go off on Seattle, Green Bay, and LA. Julio scores in the playoffs, so it's like I can see why we're going to pay him. But these other receivers are not doing anything in the playoffs, so it's like
let's not forget, dude. Let's not forget. Michael Thomas did ball out. You know, when they played the Eagles, he balled out in 2017 against the Minnesota Vikings, which they lost. He balled out. So and not only that, we just can't put it on Michael Thomas because Drew Brees played like a bum, in the conference. He played like a bum, dude. Like he's not a bum. But anyway, he is not a bum.
We about to
stop that.
We about to see what's.
Y'all have got to stop that, y'all. Y'all really got to stop that. But what I'm saying is, you know, the pass that was a walk-in touchdown on a play that they convert on 99.9% of the time, and he threw it in the dirt. That was the game winner for me. But I mean, but back to you can't go off one game, bro. You have to go off a body of work. Odell and Michael Thomas has the most receptions and most touchdowns in NFL history in their first 3 seasons.
But
that's something to say.
Okay, but Tony, but look at this. At least I know with Odell, he's going to stretch the field. Yeah. At least I know that. Michael Thomas, all his stuff is intermediate routes. Like you could draft a kid to do the stuff that Thomas does.
Let me tell you, Michael Thomas, and I don't think Michael Thomas gets the credit he deserves because we hate the Saints so much. But
no, he's just an agile tight end. Like all his stuff is
come on, Josh. Really?
It's intermediate
Josh,
stuff, man.
No,
if I'm not seeing you go down the field 20 yards consistently, if I know that you're not a downfield threat, then I'm not going to pay you.
Josh, no, bro. Josh, Michael Thomas is a top 10 receiver. He's physical. The only reason why he's not a top 3 receiver is because he doesn't have Julio speed.
Because he doesn't stretch the field. That's because he doesn't have track speed like a T.O.
No. He doesn't have track speed. That's why.
No.
Okay. Let's take another slow receiver like Anquan Bolden. We knew how physical Anquan Bolden, but he didn't have speed though. But he was a good wide receiver, was he not?
Yeah, he was.
Okay, it's the same thing. But he was a physical receiver.
Anquan's the Hall of Famer though.
Oh no, he's not.
Yes, he is.
Anquan Bolden is not going to be a Hall of Famer, bro.
Yes, he's a Hall of Famer.
No, he's not. No, he's not. My point is, there's a lot of slow receivers that run a 4.5 or 4.6, but they have an impact on the field. That's what Michael Thomas is.
Okay. Then, but put it like this: how come Thomas isn't like a threat like Sanu?
He is. He's better than Mohamed Sanu.
No, he's not. No, he's not.
Josh, yes, he is.
No, he's not.
I will give.
No,
I'm gonna agree with Josh on one thing as far as like calling him like an agile tight end.
What?
Because if you look, let me hang on a second. If you look at Michael Thomas's yards per reception compared to other wide receivers,
it's not even 10 yards.
Yeah, let me go through. Let me just go. I know people don't like the number stuff, but let me just read you a couple.
The numbers. I love the numbers.
So this is yards per reception. Julio Jones 14.8, DeAndre Hopkins 13.7, Mike Evans 17.7, Tyreek Hill 17.7, Juju Smith 12.8. Let's see, Adam Thielen 12.2, Antonio Brown 12.5, T.Y. Hilton, 16.7. Brandon Cooks, 15.1. Michael Thomas, 11.2.
Okay, so it's over 10. So is that
barely?
But that's still,
like
barely over 10.
But it's still a first down.
No, and he look, but look at the amount of catches that he gets compared to all those receivers. He gets a lot of receptions compared to those receivers. So it's like I know that all his stuff is intermediate. Is what I'm trying to say. All the intermediate routes add up to the 11 yards. Everybody else is stretching the field. Everybody else
he's not a big play receiver.
Okay.
He's not.
But I'm saying, yeah. Listen. Why would you? But you have to. As a coach, you have to play to your player's strengths. Why would you try to make him a stretch field receiver when we know that's not what he is?
That's my point, Tony. If I know that you're not a threat, yes, he is.
Mohamed Sanu is not a stretch field receiver.
No one's calling Mohamed Sanu a top 10 receiver though.
Thank you.
Right, but Michael Thomas is. Michael Thomas is because of, yes, he is, bro. Yes, he is. All right, okay.
All right.
We just gonna have to agree to disagree. But Michael Thomas is a top 10 receiver, dog.
Man, you saying Michael? You said Thomas a top 10 receiver, then you trying to advocate for Breeze? Like, man, I don't
listen.
Y'all talked about me being a Falcons.
Listen, no. Listen. The reason why is because I like to give credit where it's due. I hate them just as much as y'all do. Don't get me wrong.
Same here.
But no, you don't, Josh.
No,
you don't. No, you
I do.
Don't, Josh.
I do
no,
because
you
that's why I say that before Matt took off in 16, I always used to say Aaron Rodgers was better than Matt Ryan, but that's not true now. But I would
no. We're not talking about Aaron Rodgers because we knew Aaron Rodgers was better than Matt Ryan. But Drew Brees is where you need to pay respect.
He's not better than Matt.
We ain't paying respect no damn.
Oh my God!
He dinks and dunks. And he takes a shot probably like twice a quarter.
Right. Well, you know what? Drew Brees delivered what Matt Ryan hasn't delivered yet.
You better watch your mouth.
Hold up, Tony.
You watch your mouth.
Hold up, Tony.
You watch it. You saw that game. You saw that game. You saw how the game went, Tony. Don't you do it.
I'm just saying.
Don't you do it, Tony.
You lost your mind.
No, I'm
Mountie Gate.
Yeah.
Pity ring.
Let's really look at it. We both know that the Falcons are nothing without Matt Ryan. And we definitely know that the Saints are only relevant because of Drew Brees. Let's be honest, bro. Drew Brees has been able to deliver what Matt Ryan hasn't yet. So
Drew Brees or that bounty system? Which one was it?
Ooh.
Bounty system.
Okay. Hey, look.
Because I remember watching that NFC Championship game against Minnesota, and the hits were illegal. All of them were illegal.
They were very legal.
They were illegal.
Come on, man. If we're going to use the same argument that Matt Ryan doesn't play defense, we have to use the same argument for Drew Brees. He doesn't play defense as well.
We will not do that in this household.
All right. Well, you know what? I'm the only guy that's gonna call a spade a spade. I hate the Saints just as much as y'all do. To be honest, I wish that dome would go up in flames, just like y'all do. I really wish that the Saints were not a franchise, just like y'all do. But because of my football IQ and my integrity, I have to call a spade a spade. But that's just me. That's just me. I'm sorry. That's just me, dog. That's just me, B.
Tony, we love you, Tony.
I love you too, but I just think y'all do too much.
Your logic on this podcast. Do you get it? We will not accept that.
Okay,
so
well, I'm glad you know I'm thinking logically then, because you know it makes sense.
Kind of. You do drink body water, and that does help brain cells.
All right. Whatever.
I'm listening wherever you're listening to this at. If you agree with Josh, hit us up with Team Josh. If you agree with Tony, say Team Tony. Say why, even though I'm sure most of them won't be Team Tony. This is Falcons Nation over here. We don't care about them fucking sewer rats. Speaking of wide receivers, Sanu got engaged for the second time in 2 years.
That's a different woman?
Yeah.
I thought it was the same one.
I thought it was too, Josh.
I thought it was a different woman. They said it was the second time in 2 years. Maybe it's the same woman, but I mean, Sanu's a hoe. Now,
Wow.
I can't realize how I know this, but I know this. And yeah, like it's not surprising. I mean, that was my only issue with the engagement. I mean, I saw a lot of tweets like, "Oh my God, everyone's mad because he's with a white woman." I mean, it is what it is. He's an athlete. Like, that's what they do. But I can tell y'all that he does like fit women. Like you saw, he had all those abs. He has a thing for fit women, and that's all I'm saying about that.
Fit white women.
No, he likes fit women. Because I was about to say the nationality, and that would like give it away of who it is, but I'm not gonna say that because I'm close to secrecy on that. So yeah, that happened. Whatever, good for him. Hopefully it works out this time. Probably won't because he's still talking to other women. But y'all didn't hear that from me. Allegedly, I'm broke and I can't be sued when I'm broke. You know what I'm saying? Like
you a rat, yo.
Right.
You a rat, bro. You a rat, son. I can't rob a bank with you, dude.
If I was a rat, a lot of y'all's business would be out on these streets, and it's not. That's my thought.
Yeah.
Right. What else happened? Wide receiver. Oh, this whole get fucking set thing. The whole however many months it's been, we thought he said it to Sanu, and it turns out he said it to Julio.
Yo, I didn't know Julio had a problem with getting lined up, dog.
Me either. I was like, what the hell?
Son, I was shocked.
I couldn't believe it. I kept rewatching that video over and over again. I was like, he's really talking to Julio.
Yeah.
Sanu was the one moving, so we all assumed it was Sanu. And here we go.
Yeah, man, I didn't know he had a problem with getting lined up.
I mean, plays mess up from time to time.
Yes. I wasn't expecting that. And I wasn't even expecting him to reveal it. That's new for the Falcons to be revealing shit. I'm like, what the hell is happening? We're in the goddamn Twilight Zone. Because our organization don't be saying shit about shit.
And I want y'all to know that pisses me off. That really pisses me off that they don't talk, man.
Oh yeah.
Yo, TD and Dan Quinn be saying anything for the camera, bro. And it'd be so the opposite of what be happening.
Right. I'm like, what the fuck? That's why I don't watch those press conferences. I don't know how y'all watch them.
I don't even watch them.
It's like it's a lot of people on my timeline that watch them. I'd be like, why do y'all do it?
The only thing that Dan Quinn followed through with is anybody was bound to get cut, and we saw that. I had no idea that Matt Bryant was gonna get cut like that, bro. I'm still salty about it.
No, because you gotta look at it. You gotta look at it from this standpoint. This man, I love. Before I say this, I love Bryant. I love Matt Bryant.
Yeah.
He's probably one of the best kickers I saw sign up, play in our uniform. But you gotta look at it like this. This man got injured in the dome on the 54-yard kick. Like, we don't need it. Because say we have to go back to Philadelphia or Green Bay for a playoff game, and it's like 13 degrees. We can't rely on him because
that's true.
If we need him to kick another 50-yard field goal, he may pull something in. So it's like
that's true.
It's like we don't need to be paying you $3 million and you're gonna be hurt from a simple kick. Like it's a business move. I mean, I hate to see it, but I mean, from a business standpoint, I totally get it.
Yeah, and he just totally got rid of the offensive line. I love the makeover of the offensive line, yo.
Oh yeah, we got nasty. We got nasty in this draft.
We did.
Like, practice.
Now this was my thing. This was my strategy. I was hoping we drafted Ed Oliver because the defense was so bad last year. I felt like Grady Jarrett really needed a running mate, and the top offensive lineman prospects, before during the draft process, they were still available in the second and third rounds. I felt like, okay, if we draft Ed Oliver in the first, we can still in the second round bring in an offensive tackle or an offensive guard. We sign those two linemen and James Carpenter and Jamar Brown or whatever. And then if you need another offensive tackle, you could get one in the third round. That's what I was hoping we do. But for us to get Chris Langstrom and Caleb McGarry, that was pretty fucking genius. That was pretty genius on DQ and TD's part. So
yeah,
I'm with it.
But with the Lynchman pick, they pulled the trigger then because they got word of like other teams were interested in him too.
Yeah.
So that's why we got him then. But like I said, with the revamped O line, like I said, when it comes to 3rd-and-1 and 4th-and-1, we can actually push the line of scrimmage to get the yard that we need instead of going shotgun and like relying on Matt when we need to be relying on the O line and the run game. So I'm happy because like I said, with Mike Mularkey being back, he basically has his Tyson Claybo and Harvey Dahl with the rookies, and like we can get nasty again and just run the ball. Because that's what we was doing with Turner. We was running the ball down people's throats at will. So now we can do that for free, and that's gonna take a load off of Matt because it's not all on him anymore, and it's gonna help us. In my opinion, it'll help us with the defense because we won't have to throw them back on the field, and we can easily close our games with that too. Like if it's like a 2-minute offense, we could easily run the ball, eat up some clock in the games like that instead of throwing the ball and relying on the defense to get a stop.
Y'all no huddle / 2-minute offense. Matt is coming back on the dirt cutter. I'm so excited.
And he would have a chance to audible at will.
Oh my god!
Great at audible. Like, bruh, he knows what he's doing. Like, I keep taking it back to that pro game when it was him and that bullshit ass quarterback from the Cowboys that kept telling everybody was trash.
Oh, that.
Two were what were they? It was like 2 minutes left in the pro game, and what's his name? Fucking Tony Romo was freaking out and having a fucking temper tantrum, and Ryan told him to shut the fuck up. He got this, and went and scored, and they won the game. Like, that is a beast. Like, understand that you got Romo having a temper tantrum, and Matt's like, calm the fuck down. I got this. I'm excited too because he got it.
Yo, Sniffles, what you think? How you think the Colts and Falcons game gonna turn out?
Like the game in Julio rookie year.
You know what? I'm still upset because me and Southbreeze, we went to the Colts and Falcons game from like I think it was 3 years ago. And it was the legendary. Yeah, it was like the legendary Roddy White game, and the Colts got an interception and took it back to the end zone, and they refused to show the replay on the Jumbotron. I'm like, show the replay, you cowards! Like, what are you doing? Show the damn replay.
I remember that game because Matt was having a horrible game, and then Shanahan dumb says, "Oh, we on our own 2-yard line. Let me throw the ball with Matt." Like that. I was so pissed because it was like you see it, Matt is struggling. So why are you gonna let him throw the ball in our own end zone, and then like you said, it got picked off, man, and had a pick six.
That play happened so quick too. It was so fast. I was like, wait, what the fuck?
I was so pissed.
They would not show that replay for nothing.
For what?
I'm like, wow.
Y'all didn't deserve it. I mean, we already losing. Like
the audacity of that, man. The Jumbotron operator to not show that replay. Like,
I'm pissed, man. We let Matt Hasselbeck beat us, dog.
Man,
I'm a paying customer. I should be able to see a freaking replay on the game. A big play at that. I can't get a replay on a touchdown.
No, you're not at home. You the visitors. You don't get that type of treatment.
Man, I was upset, man.
Yeah, game. Ugh. But we gonna beat y'all soon. That's all I know.
Wow.
I hope you do,
I feel like there's gonna be
bro.
I feel like at some point there will be some type of wager put on that game with me and like 17 other Falcons fans. I'm gonna have to put my whole check up.
if you're a Colts if you're a Colts fan, why are you on this podcast?
I mean, like I follow a lot of Falcons fans and a lot of Falcons people interact with me. It's just, I like to get some takes off.
I feel that. I feel that.
Yeah, he's not that bad. I mean,
okay. No, I'm not out here defending Michael Thomas and Drew Brees.
Okay. All right. That's what we're gonna do. Hey, you can sit there and say what you want, but I was making you know I'm right. You know I'm right.
You know what? I'm almost. I need to see what they look like in week 1. But I have a feeling that Drew Brees ain't gonna finish out the season.
Now
I said it too.
You can say that now. Because his arm isn't what it used to be. He's on the wrong side of 30.
He's in his 40s, isn't he?
Yeah, he's like 40.
40 now. Yeah, he's 40.
41.
40 or 41. He's no Tom Brady, who I think just needs to retire as well. But we're gonna talk about that for another day. But I mean, yeah, you can definitely say that about Drew Brees now. His arm isn't what it used to be. And we've seen that, from the last couple of years. But I mean, it's still effective, man. It really is.
Yeah, I mean, the Saints are they're in that same predicament like the Lakers were when Kobe Bryant's contract was up and Kobe clearly didn't have it anymore. They're gonna have to pay up for Drew Brees because it's Drew Brees and it's New Orleans, the Super Bowl, Katrina, all that stuff. You can't be the guy that's like, all right, well, we're gonna cut Drew Brees, but. At the end of the day, man, the Colts let Peyton Manning walk. Like, they let him go. You know what I'm saying? Like, Bill Belichick wanted to let Tom Brady go. Drew Brees ain't above that. Like, anybody can go.
Facts.
It is what it is, man.
I still can't believe the Patriots traded Jimmy G. I still can't believe that. I would have not given Kyle Shanahan Jimmy G.
Well,
I mean, if
so we could lose the Super Bowl. You can't convince me otherwise. Shut up.
Bro, please don't get me started. Don't get me started. Please don't get me started.
Maybe we'll do just a whole podcast just talking about that and saying fuck the NFL. That's okay. Our time is coming. All right, let's talk about defense. I'm skipping some of these topics. I don't feel like talking about them today. We can talk about them another day. Oh my God. I don't know why you people voted for us to record bi-weekly. What is wrong with y'all? Y'all hate me. Just kidding. Not really. Why can't we do monthly? Anyways, we'll save it for the next one. So let's talk about this guy that needs to get some sacks.
Oh.
Vic Beasley. Okay, so let me put this disclaimer out there. I actually hope he does better. I do. Okay, I know a lot of people want them gone, but I do have some hope that he will do better this season and that he actually does better this season. But if not, he can kick rocks. Okay, that's where I am with this. This offseason with him has been a mess. First, what happened first? First, Dan Quinn said he was going to babysit him and work on him one-on-one. Then he was like, Vic doesn't like getting yelled at. He doesn't respond to getting yelled at, which, boy, you're a grown man. Like, you're a grown man. You're like fucking 260 pounds and you don't like getting yelled at. Are you kidding me? Whatever. Then he didn't show up to voluntary workouts. He said he was going to do his own thing. Then something else happened. And then instead of going to Von Miller's camp, he went and did a charity event. So I'm like, listen, I'm here for like charity and stuff, but we just paid you $13 million. You've done nothing that they said you were going to do. You won't work out with Chuck Smith either. And
he didn't really work out with Quinn.
Right. That's what I'm saying. He didn't. Like, Quinn said he was going to do it, and then all of a sudden, no, he's not doing it. He's working with someone else. We don't know who he's working with. We haven't seen any video evidence of him working. We've seen video evidence of Grady Jarrett, who has proved himself and proved his work. So I don't need to see video evidence of him. I need to see video evidence of you and what the fuck you're doing. Like, you're not doing shit. You're not showing us anything. You're not doing what the Falcons said you were going to do.
Facts.
And you just got paid $13 million. You had 2 horrible seasons in a row. So, and you didn't go to Von Miller's camp. Like, I get charity, but you have proven to us, the fans, that you're worth this $13 million.
Yeah, man. Yeah, like you. Yeah, like I understand. Things happen behind the scenes because we don't need. We're not wanting every day of what you do in your personal life, but bro, you have got to put something out there to prove to us, because to prove to us that you're doing something. We see it from Grady. I saw a video of Desmond Trufant. We see it from, we haven't seen it from Julio. We see it from Mohamed Sanu. We see it from Calvin Ridley. We know Matt Ryan does it. Like, dude, you have got to put something out there, man. Bro, with that tweet of his sacks, and he responded with an LOL, yikes. Come on, bro. Come on. Come on, bro. Come on, dude. Like, no, bro. You were better off not responding to that tweet at all.
Yeah.
Because you were better off not responding to that tweet at all, bro. So now we're just like, if it was me, I would rescind that. I would rescind that option. I would have rescinded that option, bro. He would have been a free agent. Yeah. That's just me. I'm not dude, we're paying you $12 million for you to do nothing. Nothing. Come on, man. You are an eighth overall pick, and you are the best athlete in that draft. Come on, dude. Like that's just not cool, man. So with the only thing that has kept me from going off on Vic Beasley for real is the fact that Dan Quinn is the defensive coordinator now. So you got training camp. You got 2 weeks in training camp. You were at mandatory minicamp, which is, I guess, is good. But you have all of training camp to get your shit together, bro. You got all the training camp to get your shit together.
My thing is with him, like, I'm not expecting him to do anything, honestly. Like, he'll probably get 4 sacks, and that's really gonna be it. Like, I'm at this point, I'm just ready for him to be off the team. And man. I think with the lack of production, he really played himself off the team, because, like I said, we have to extend Grady, Julio, and Dion and Keanu. So it's not gonna be any money for Vic, in my opinion. So either way, I feel like he's auditioning for another team this upcoming year.
Yeah, man. I just now, granted, I've always thought that maybe Vic Beasley doesn't fit in our system, because let's remember, Vic Beasley was in a 3-4. He was a 3-4 outside linebacker at Clemson. Okay, so they use him on strictly pass rush. So if he can go to a team where he's a pass rusher, strictly just a pass rusher, in a 3-4, that may help.
Well, that's the thing too. It's kind of like speculation that we're gonna have like I don't want to say a hybrid defense, but we're gonna be running like a lot of different fronts, and a 3-4 is gonna be one of them. So
that's you.
Yeah. So Vic, we may see him standing up like how he was at Clemson. Him and Tech, they may be standing up on the end or whatever, and maybe we'll see it then. But like I said, I'm not expecting anything from him. It's him and Duke Riley. They're in the boat of like they're just on the team because they have to be. Other than that,
I have no problem. I have no problem with Duke being on this team as long as it's on special teams. As long as it's on special teams.
Duke Horvath too, man. He just needs to go somewhere. Like him.
Did you see that video of him dancing?
Yeah. And it's like, and it's like. It's like that's the reason why you're holding the bags in practice. Like if you're holding the bags in practice, like you're just a bum basically. And that's what he is.
You ain't do shit last year, and you dancing during practice. Why do you deserve to dance? We were more productive with you on the bench. Like, why are you dancing? You don't deserve.
I'm okay with him just being on special teams. On kickoff, that's fine with me.
Damn,
fine with me.
That's what he needs to do. Water boy status. Call it a day.
Okay, are y'all confident in what we did to the are y'all confident in the pieces we brought in or brought back on the defensive line?
Oh yeah. I feel like we're gonna have one of the best. I'm not trying to be biased, but I feel like we have one of the best defensive tackle personnel group in the league, because we got Hay, Crawford, Duke. Not Duke, but Grady, Sanat, and the other Michael Bennett.
Tyler Davidson.
Davidson. Yeah.
Yeah,
And,
back.
like we have some pretty good personnel at that position. I feel like they're gonna be the better group compared to the defensive ends on the D line, because like I said, with us having so many stout bodies and types of personnel within that group, like I think they're gonna help the defense as a whole greatly, because like I said, you have Grady playing with Crawford. Then my opinion, Hageman, he's the sleeper in the group, because we saw what he was doing with during that Super Bowl run with Quinn. So with him having a better mindset coming into this year, I feel like if he makes the team, he's gonna be like a big bright spot on the defensive line for us.
Okay, because y'all, I'm just not completely sold on the defensive line. I'm not, y'all. I'm not. Adrian Claiborne had 2.5 sacks last year. Versus
did he get injured?
No, he didn't get injured. He played. No, he did not.
Yeah, he didn't get injured.
He didn't get injured, but he only had 2.5 sacks. So if we go back to when we had him back in 2017, do you realize he only had 9 sacks because of that 6-sack game against Dallas, and then it was against a backup? Like, come on, y'all. But now the only reason I'm not saying this trash is because Dan Quinn knows how to work with the defensive line, but I'm just not completely sold on it. I felt like we didn't address it enough in this offseason in the draft. Now, of course, Grady, Sanat, Jay Crawford, Tack. I think Tack can step it up a little. He's been okay, but I think he cannot step it up another notch.
Yeah,
but
I agree.
I haven't really noticed Tyler Davidson like talking about. I just don't think the pass rushers are where they need to be.
Right, from a pass rush standpoint, I would have to see it, but what I was saying earlier is like based on the run defense as a whole.
Okay, the run defense may be stout. Okay, I get that. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I see your point with the pass rush. The scheme is just gonna have to generate that rush rush outside of Tack. I mean,
Jesus
and
Christ.
Tack and Crawford and Grady. Outside of them three, we got to just rely on the scheme itself.
Jesus Christ, bro. Jesus Christ.
But I mean, like you said.
Because Quinn did say, what did he say? Only 2 of the defensive line players
played up to that potential or played up to his expectations. And like I said, with the Quinn running this defense, I feel like he's going to get the best out of everybody except for Vic.
Y'all, Dan Quinn is rolling the dice on his job this coming season, bro. He's rolling the dice.
Yes, he is.
He's definitely rolling the dice. I really hope.
Man,
I really hope it's not a crapshoot.
But I personally feel like Quinn should be running this defense from jump. When we said Dan Quinn's gonna be the new head coach of the Atlanta Falcons, I feel like he should have been running the defense since then. Yeah. So with him running it now, I just feel like we're gonna, like I'm telling you, this group is gonna be like Ricardo Allen said, they're gonna be a top 10 group.
Yeah,
and that's bar any injuries, and that's at worst. We're going to be a top 10 defense.
Okay, all right. Now,
I mean, this is a results-based league, and Dan Quinn is known for his defense. And if this coming season, if the Falcons' defense isn't, if they're not great, if they're bad to really bad, like Dan Quinn could get fired. He could get fired.
He's not getting fired. And I say that because. I said that because
it's a results-based league.
That's right.
I agree, but I say that off of this, we will be 2 years removed from our last playoff win, and it would be he will only have one losing season. So it's like I can't fire you off of that because
Okay, I see what he's saying. So your first year, you missed the playoffs, even though it wasn't in the most embarrassing way. And I get it. You're a brand new head coach. You bring in somebody new at the offensive coordinator. You start off 5-0, and then you plummet and you finish 8-8. Okay,
right.
You start off 500. The next year, you go to the Super Bowl. Next year, you bring in a brand new offensive coordinator. You get a playoff win. You go 10-6, and you lose in the divisional round. And then the next year, you have a whole bunch of injuries, and you finish. And with a bad defense, you're 7-9. I see what Josh is saying. I do. I seriously do. But we brought you in to completely overhaul that defense, and you have. But you gotta produce. It's time for you to produce, dude.
I just don't see us having a healthy defense and it being bad. I just don't see that personally.
I don't either.
I agree with that.
I don't either. But it has to produce, man. It has to produce. It's just like we have the talent, we have the scheme, bro. Y'all, it is time. We got to get it done. We got to get it done. God, I wish if I ever see Kyle Shanahan, I swear it's on site.
It's on a popping off ramp. Like I'm going to tell everything.
That's why I can't go to that 49ers game because I swear I will end up stabbing him, man. Like man,
his body's gonna be in whatever the closest river, ocean, any body of water is gonna be in there.
Like, y'all, if I ever see Kyle Shanahan, bro, it is on site. It's on site when I see him.
That man really screwed us, man. That man really screwed us out of a Super Bowl win.
Y'all, it's on site when I see
fucking Jimmy Garoppolo. Motherfucker. I hate that. Okay, don't get me started. But yeah, fuck it. I don't think I think Dan Quinn's gonna be in the hot seat if we have a losing season this season, but I don't think he's gonna get fired. I think they're gonna give him another year. To get it together. And then after that, then yeah.
On a serious note, we play better when our schedule is tough. We really play better when our schedule is tough.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at 2016, we really play better when our schedule is tough. Unless, we have a whole bunch of injuries like we did in 2013. I truly believe we would have made the playoffs that year. So, but we really play better when the schedule is tough. So our first eight games, I can really see us at worst going 5-3. I'll be okay with that. I would be okay going 5-3, but at best 7-1. I'll be okay with that. 7-1. I see us now. I said, the first 8 games, I could see us losing to who we play first. So we got Minnesota. I see us losing to either the Colts, the Rams, and the Texans. The Colts, that's a sleeper team. That's a sleeper team for me, y'all. That's a sleeper team for me.
That defense is man. That defense is nasty. That defense is
scary good. It's scary good. Either it's going to be either the Colts or Seattle. I don't see us losing to both.
We're not losing to Seattle. We normally beat Seattle. Only really beat us because when they cheated up there in Seattle when Julio got held. And then the other time when they came down here, they beat us. That was, I think, during that 2013 year too, when we was like horrible. Yeah. Other than that, we normally beat Seattle, so I don't see us.
You gotta either look at the Colts or the Texans, and maybe the Rams. So those are really the only 3 teams that I see us losing to. But what's really gonna set the is we have to beat Minnesota. I'm so tired of losing home openers, bro. I am
we on the road.
Season openers. I'm just tired of us losing season openers. I'm tired of it. I'm tired of that. And we have to beat the Eagles.
And I think that if we win in Minnesota, it's early and it's like almost like a hot take, but that would be somewhat of a statement game because like Minnesota, they have something to prove to. Yeah. Even though they have a vaunted defense and they have 2 really good wide receivers. So we go up there and beat them. Game. Yeah, and beat them handily. It's like, okay, it's week 1, but the Falcons look pretty good.
Yeah. And then, you turn around, you go back home Sunday night, you have to face the Eagles, which I believe will beat them as well.
Oh, yeah. We normally beat Philadelphia down here, too.
Facts.
For some reason, we just can't beat them up there. But normally down here, we normally win.
Facts.
It's going to be a good season.
Like Tony said, for some reason we that's why they're the Falcons because like They play good against some of the tougher opponents, but when it's like the easier teams, like we always stumble up and like
Yeah.
lose or like
Yeah,
play
like-
like a
yeah.
close game.
Yeah,
For
like
some
the Bills
reason.
like the Bills and the Dolphins in 2017.
Right. Yeah, exactly that. Yeah.
Crazy. Oh my god. Especially that Dolphins one, we were all like, "What the fuck?"
No,
Yeah.
we should have won that Bills game too because Taylor Gabriel got held on that last play on offense.
Y'all.
So that should have been the first
in
down.
In the third quarter of that Miami Dolphins game, y'all, they had the ball for 8 minutes.
I mean, and once that happened, I knew he was gonna lose because when you can't get out the field like that, they're not gonna do anything but run the clock and kill that. So your offense won't get back on the field.
8 minutes. I was pissed,
We were all pissed. I remember that. We were going off on Twitter so bad.
bro. All right, I got a hot take. At the end of the season, at the end of the season, Calvin Ridley will be a top 5 receiver. At the end of the season, Calvin Ridley is going to be a top 5 receiver.
Top 5.
Top 5.
Come on, man.
Top
Come
5.
on, man.
Top 5. It's a hot take. I don't care.
That's
I don't care.
wow.
Yeah.
Do you know how many good receivers there are?
I was about to say, I
Top
don't think you
five.
understand how many good receivers are
That-
out there.
that-
So it's gonna
Man.
be
Wow.
so it's gonna be Julio, AB, Nook, Odell, Calvin Ridley.
Wow.
I mean, but
No.
you still have the likes of like Thielen, Keenan Allen,
Yeah, you do. But y'all,
Diggs,
And
like
Calvin
that's
really
really a hot
already
take.
to me. Calvin, I can honestly say I'll be biased towards Calvin. Calvin really is the best route runner in football right now after Julio
No.
Jones.
Tony,
Bro, yes
come
he
on, man.
is, bro. Yes he is, bro. Yes he is. I don't care. I'm biased. I'm biased towards that dude, bro. I am totally no homo. I am totally in love with Calvin Ridley's game. I'm totally in love with it. I don't care. I don't care.
we see that, man.
I don't care.
Wow.
I don't care. I don't
Okay.
care, y'all.
You're
Wow.
right.
I told y'all. Before the season started last year, I told Bree and the Tile podcast that Calvin Ridley was an upgrade from Taylor Gabriel, and complete upgrade
Yeah.
from Taylor Gabriel.
Yeah, he is.
He
I
was definitely
I agree
he
with
was
that.
an upgrade from Taylor Gabriel, bro. An upgrade. So I believe this is the year that Calvin really takes off. I believe I'll go as far as to say he'll have a better second year than Julio did his second year when we had Roddy White and Julio. That's just me.
I have to-
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you. Calvin really is about to really take off and make his stamp as one of the best wide receivers in
But
football.
top 5 in his second year, with playing on the other side of Julio, Tony.
He's playing on side of Julio. What's the problem?
But he's not a top 5. He's not a top 5 receiver right now, though. That's what I'm saying.
No, he's not. He's not a top 5 receiver. No, he's
So
not.
he's not gonna be the top 5 receiver next year. Is what I'm saying.
You don't think
He's
he's capable? You don't think
gonna-
you don't think he's capable of being? You don't think he's capable of playing like one next season?
He's no. That's two different things. He's gonna ball out, but I don't think he's gonna be a top 5 wide receiver because we're already gonna have a top 5 wide receiver in Julio. That's what I'm saying.
Okay. All right.
All right, look, Tony. If this happened,
Okay.
I will have you $10.
That's fine. That is
Right,
fine.
I do the same thing.
If Calvin really becomes a top 5 receiver, which I believe he will, y'all got to give me $10. Straight up.
I'll do you one better. If Calvin Ridley is a top 10 receiver next year, I'll give you $10.
That's fine.
I don't think he's gonna do that.
That is fine with me, dog. That is fine with me.
He may be within the 15 to 20 range, but he's not cracking the top 10 in the top 5.
Definitely not.
Okay, but what is it about Calvin really that y'all don't think he could be at least a top 10 receiver?
Because one, we're going to have the run game back on track, so that's going to take a number of passing plays out of the picture, anyways. And on top of that, you still got Julio, you still got Muhammad, you still got Austin Hooper, you still got Luke Stalker. Like, we're going to have a pretty balanced offense this year, so it's not like Matt is going to throw so much like how he did compared to last year. So
Yeah.
So it's gonna be like that too.
Man.
And with the way he played last year.
What if? But because we saw how balanced the offense was in 2016. Devontae Freeman still had 227 carries for 1,100 yards in 2016.
But this is the thing. Even after that year, we have to wrap our minds up that our offense would never ever play like that again.
Why can't
ever?
Why can't
because
it?
No.
It's
because Matt been here for what? Matt been here for what? 11, 12 years, and that was the only time in NFL history that he had a top 10 offense in the history of the NFL. So that is
wait. Oh, okay. I see what you're saying.
Yeah. I kind of that 2016 offense was number 7 in NFL history. That's not going to happen again. So we have to wrap our minds around that. Like the offense is going to be good, but they're not going to be all-time top 10 type of offense in NFL history.
So you're telling me that this team with Dirk Cutter, the way he runs his offense, and
we're going to be good
because Julio and Matt has gotten way better since the first time he's got there.
True.
And now he has a new weapon in Calvin Ridley. He has a new weapon in Austin Hooper. He also has two wide receivers in Mohamed Sanu and the receiver that we don't talk about that Dirk Cutter has now become fond with, and Russell Gage. You don't think this offense is capable of putting up 34 points a game, bro?
Oh, dog, this capable. This offense is fucking capable of putting 50 points, but we have fucking Sark's ass, so our offense is banging. But my thing with Ridley is that he was such a threat last year that nobody saw coming. I mean, even me, and I think most of the fans didn't see him being such a threat so quickly. I think defenses are going to be eyeballing him as much as they do Julio. So that's why I don't think he'll crack top 5, because they know he's such a threat. So they'll be keeping an eye on him.
Okay, which means you have to single up Julio and Calvin Ridley. Pick your points, bro.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. They're not trying to say it's idiotic, but they're still gonna play Calvin True, which means 1-on-1. But I don't think the offense is gonna be they're gonna be good, but they're not gonna be historically good again. That's what I'm saying. That's all that I'm saying.
All right. Well, I'm still gonna keep my hot take. I just think that this offense is capable. It's capable, and I think Calvin.
I mean, on paper, when you look at it, yes, it's capable, but I just don't think in the actual play. I just don't think it's going to happen again.
Okay. All right. We'll see.
Yeah.
But Calvin really. But Calvin
top
really,
5.
Calvin really is taking off. He's taking off.
He is. He took off. He's going. Nah. Look, you'll either see my $10 next year or you won't. Speaking of offense, Matt Ryan. Well, disclaimer: if you're a Mike Vick fan, you might want to just turn off the podcast now. Okay, just turn it off. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, Matt Ryan named the Falcons' all-time franchise QB. Yay!
I don't have a problem with that.
Not about that.
I don't have a problem with that. It's true.
Yeah.
I mean,
look at the numbers. Check the numbers.
Yeah, and not naming any names. Josh, we're not gonna shit on Michael Vick. Okay.
No.
We're not gonna shit on Michael Vick
because
when Michael Vick was here, I mean, he was the most dominant football player.
No, we're not. No, we're not. No,
yes, we are. We're not.
Bro. Don't get Josh started.
Tony,
don't get Josh started on these nigger quarterbacks.
It's two different things. It's exciting and it's dominant. Michael Vick was not dominant. He was exciting, and that's it. He was exciting.
So you mean to tell me you hated Michael Vick for every single season he was with us?
I didn't say I hated him. No.
He hates black quarterbacks. What do you think?
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that even with his 50-yard touchdown runs or whatever, highlight runs, I realized, hey, this man cannot throw for 300 yards consistently when we need him to. He cannot play. He cannot play in the pocket when we need him to. He had a stretch against Pittsburgh and Denver on the road where he threw for like what 5-6 touchdowns within those 2 weeks. But after that, he reverted back to old Michael Vick, where he threw for like 200 yards a game. It's like you're not a quarterback. You're a good athlete. Play the QB position.
Why would he play? Why would he not play to his strengths? Because we were winning games.
He didn't take his job seriously. That's why.
Well, yeah, you're right.
And teams knew if we keep him. This how bad he was as a quarterback. But teams in the NFL say
he's getting so bad.
When other defenses say keep him in the pocket as a quarterback, that's when you know you're horrible in the NFL as a QB. Because the QB, they don't want you to keep you in the pocket. They want you to do whatever else. They don't want to keep you in the pocket if you're a legit quarterback. But when they knew Michael Vick stayed in the pocket, like, oh, we got him beat. And then on top of that, we played Philadelphia in the game. I forgot who. Jim Moore. He was like Vic when he talked to Vic in pregame. First thing Vic said, "Oh, it's cold out here." So he knew Vic Head wasn't right for that game, and we ended up getting blown out in that Philadelphia game. So.
It wasn't a blue. We just lost by 17 points, okay?
We would get no. Don't look at that score. We was getting whooped. Philadelphia was dominating us that entire game.
They were.
Like I said, Vic, he was exciting.
Yeah,
that's not a lie. That he was excited, and that was it.
Josh is so mad. He's about to go outside and pull a Liam Neeson on the first Mike Rookie season, man. He about to go on a nigga killing spree. Jesus, man.
I agree with you. I agree with you, Josh.
If you're a good quarterback, black or white, I will vouch for you. Like I said,
you're lying.
I like White Watson. I like Russell. I like Mahomes. Because they can actually throw in the pocket, and also they can scramble when need to.
Yeah,
they play like the pure white man. They play the white way.
So if that's the case, how do you feel about Cam Newton then?
Cam can't throw.
Oh God, don't do this.
He can't throw. Cam cannot throw. Cam is the bigger, more physical version of Vic. That's all that he is.
Yep, 52.9%. Okay, we got.
And he can slightly throw better than Vic, but that's not saying much. Like they both have cannons for arm. They're both inaccurate. They both can outrun defenses, and like that's what they are. Like Cam is not a good quarterback.
But
James, he could throw if he's in the right offense when he's thinking correctly on a particular Sunday.
But
James is a good quarterback.
But Cam is a way better quarterback than Michael Vick was.
Yeah, I agree with that too. But that's not saying much. Vick was a good.
No, it is. It is saying much.
No, it's not.
No. Listen.
You done got him fired up, man. It
is saying a lot because Cam also plays the pocket better than Michael Vick, even though he was trash in the pocket. But listen, where I'm coming from. Cam is a lot more accurate than Michael Vick was. Cam is a lot more mobile than Michael Vick was, and he plays the pocket way better. And when Cam is in his zone, Cam can really play the pocket. At peak Cam is somewhat elite.
No.
I'm not saying. I said somewhat. He's not the Matt Ryans or the Tom Brady's. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But when Cam is really in a pure quarterback zone, Cam can really play the quarterback position. He ain't trash, but he's not a top five quarterback. And I'm not saying that. But Cam, there was a stretch last season where I think when the Panthers started 6-2, Cam was playing some elite quarterback football, dude. He was playing some elite quarterback football. Now he's inconsistent in that area, but when Cam is in the zone, Cam can really play the quarterback almost as well as anybody.
But even in that, like he has some of the flukiest throws too, though. Like it's not like he's threading the needle here and there. He has some of the flukiest throws and just go for like 40, 50 yards in the touchdown.
I think during his MVP season, Cam threw one of the most accurate passes I've ever seen in the end zone. And I was like, bro, I've never seen anything like that ever ever in my life, bro.
Right,
Ever.
and when you can't do it consistently, then you're not a good quarterback, in my opinion.
Right. He's not. I was like, bro, Cam will never do that again, ever.
Right,
ever. So, and I see what you're saying, but like I said, when Cam is in the zone, Cam can really play the quarterback position. They started off 6-2 last year, and Cam was really playing some elite quarterback football. I have to give him credit where credit is due, but he's inconsistent in that area.
But like I said, when we play Cam, I would rather keep him in the pocket. Like our teams just want to keep Vic in the pocket.
Yeah,
it's the same way with Cam because I know you're not that accurate of a QB, so therefore you're not going to beat me with your arm. That's a fact. That's a pure fact. You're not beating me with your arm.
Just with his legs until Deion Jones knocks him silly again.
Right. So that's why I say that about Vic and about Cam. It was like, yeah, look, they're exciting players, and like I said, I agree with you from a QB standpoint. Compared Vic and Cam is way better. Mm-hmm. But I know if I have a really good chance to win if I'm keeping both of them in the pocket.
Facts. Y'all know I became a Falcons fan because of Michael Vick.
Me too.
His exciting game.
Me too.
That's what made me fall in love with the Falcons.
I
was a Cardinals fan because Larry Fitzgerald was my first. Larry Fitzgerald made me fall in love with football, and then Michael Vick came along, and I was like, all right, Falcons fan for life. So that's how I became a Falcons fan.
I became a Falcons fan, and right before the 2004 season, when Vic was on the cover of Madden 04, and because I wasn't really into football like that, my brothers were, and I didn't really have a team. So my stepbrother was like, man, you should play with Mike Vick and the Falcons. And when I found out how good he was, and I was dominating with this nigga, I was like, yeah, this is my team. This is my team.
Yeah, I didn't get into football for a while, and then I got into it, fell in love with Larry. And my dad was like, you need to pick a team. I was like, what the fuck? Okay. And I was like, okay, I think I'm going to go with the Cardinals. And then I saw Vic's game, that first game he came out. I was like, oh, okay, Falcons for life. And it was love at first sight, basically. So I love Vic. His exciting game play. That's it. As far as a quarterback, now that I'm a fucking adult and understand football, he was pretty trash. I mean,
so before we move on from the subject of Matt Ryan being franchise all-time QB, how far apart is Matt Ryan from being a first ballot Hall of Famer?
He did a Super Bowl win, and then that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Once he gets that one ring, he's a first ballot. Because if you look at his numbers, he's already 12th in all-time passing yards right now.
Yeah,
and he's gonna be top 10 probably within the next few years. No, he should be top 10 in yards probably this year in passing yards and touchdowns. If he just even hits his averages for a year, he should be top 10 in both. So I feel like he just needs one ring and he'll be first ballot.
That is it. Like that.
If we gonna keep it 1,000, Matt Ryan should have at least 2 rings right now.
Yeah.
That's. I mean,
yeah,
that's a fact.
At least 2. And from 2012, we were not losing to Baltimore.
Nope.
And of course, in 2016, we were not going to lose to Baltimore.
Fucking hell, that was a fucking pass interference. Okay, y'all, I got PTSD for both of them.
But the thing with that one, I feel like it was politics too. They wanted that first brother head coach matchup.
It was a bigger story than fucking
Come on, man, that wouldn't have been a bigger story than two of the best quarterbacks in that. Okay, Joe Flacco and Matt Ryan were in the same draft class. That would have been a bigger story than two coaches, man.
They were trying to push that year was Tony and Ray Lewis retiring. That was the story competing against the brothers. And they chose the brothers. Telling you.
Stupid, man.
Yeah, rigged. fucking garbage. Ugh. Okay. Y'all reminded me of this Cam Newton video that's been going around today. So if
I
y'all
can't
haven't
believe he
seen it,
offered that man $1,500
God
to move
damn,
his
can I
feet.
get to the story?
Oh, I'm sorry.
God, Tony, you and that Dasani water is going through your head. Anyways, so Cam Newton is coming back from Paris Fashion Week or some shit. Because, you know, he's so fucking fashionable or whatever with them tight-ass pants he be wearing. Anyways, he's coming back on a 10-hour flight. He has an aisle seat, right, on this, like, big-ass plane. But he wants... I don't think he's in first class. I think he's in, like, regular or whatever. So he asked his man if he could have his seat, if he could trade seats with him. They both have aisle seats, but the man had more leg room. It was against, like, the plane wall. And the man was like, no. And he was like, I'll pay you for $1,500 for it. And the guy was still like, no. And he said some other words, but I wasn't really paying attention. And Cam was like, clearly disappointed. And he like trekked himself back to his seat. Now, if it was me, I would have taken that $1,500. First of all, because I could use $1,500. And second of all, it was still an aisle seat. You know, like, he just needed more leg room. Like, I don't know why he said no. And he was going to offer him cash. I mean, tax-free. I don't know what he is, what the white guy was. I don't know if he was European or whatever, or if he was American. But $1,500 tax-free USD is good to me. You know what I'm saying? Would y'all have taken the money or not?
Yeah, I would have took that money.
Right. Right. Yeah, I would have taken it too.
Man, I got debt, man. I'm in debt, bro. Of course I would took that money. The smuck?
I'm taking that money. Like, why wouldn't you? I'm $1,500. It's 10-hour flights. 10-hour flights are not that bad to me. To me, they're not that bad.
What?
10-hour flights are that bad, but I guess I'm used to taking 10-hour flights. Okay, it's not like that before y'all get stuff in your heads. I'm not getting flued out over here. But I'm taking long
flights for.
Right, that it sounds like that.
I'm not getting flued out, people. I just travel, and I traveled a lot.
Getting flued out to different countries.
I'm not getting flued out. Anyways, God, I'm gonna get roasted on Twitter when this episode comes out. Anyways, yeah, it's not that bad, but your legs, like, he's 6'5". For a 6'5" guy, yeah, he's gonna need leg room. But I'm 5'6", so that's why it's not that bad to me. But he could have just switched flights. It's not like the guy was like that heavy. I mean, he was kind of like chunky, but he wasn't like that chunky that he couldn't switch seats with him. I don't know.
I mean, man, I would have took it. I mean, because you basically paying for my flight at that point.
Yeah, well, I'm getting that money back, B, and then some.
Yeah.
It was a point looking nice. I don't know why I didn't take the money. Maybe he's just
tripping, man. I got debt. And I could pay off my credit card, yo.
Shit, I gotta pay it off again. Money problems. Let's save that for a committee episode. Anyway, that's all I got since we gotta record another 2 weeks because y'all don't like me like that.
I didn't say that.
You want to talk about?
Yeah, let's toast to the fact that Matt Ryan has had Malarkey, Kurt, Malarkey, Dirk, Kyle, Sark, four offensive coordinators, and then when they got rid of the fourth one, when they got rid of Sark, who was the fourth one, they brought in an old one that he's familiar with. I was okay with Gary Kubiak because he runs the same offense as Kyle Shanahan, but I think this Dirk Cutter hire was the better hire for us. So we don't have to worry about Matt Ryan learning a brand new offense anymore. I think that is also a plus for us this coming season.
True. Cheers, hoes. Yeah. Anything else?
So, and I'm excited to see this guy Luke Stocker as well.
Starker is I'm telling you that man is he's a grown man. Okay, so
ladies, he looks strong.
So he when you see him like laying out other linebackers and stuff like that man he has some grit. Like he will lay you out. And he brings that physicality that Quinn wants in his players. Like Stalker is a beast.
Yo, we haven't talked about Devondre Campbell. Are we gonna re-sign him?
Who?
No, I think he's the odd man now too.
You really think so?
Yeah, outside of him and Vic, they not they playing for somebody else in 2020.
Look, I don't know what we did before. I'm just sitting here trying to be like, okay, we did that because they be doing some unexpected shit.
It's no money for Cam, and as you can see, all the players that name as a priority, Campbell is not on that list. Nobody mentioned Campbell resigning because I mean he not to be funny, but it's no money for him because I mean we gotta pay everybody else.
Ain't no money. No. Ain't no money for Vic. We can find some money for Devondre. Smart man.
Well, they got to scrape it up from somewhere. I think him and Vic will be on other teams in 2020.
Oh snap! That's a big shit.
I may be the only person who feels like this, but I feel like Campbell game should have been amped it up by now. I feel like he's still stagnant as a player. But I mean, I may be the only one that feels like that.
I don't know. I think he's a good rotational piece, but I mean, I forget he's here sometimes. So
right, that's what I'm saying. He should be better than what he is in my opinion.
Who? Vic?
No, Campbell.
Campbell.
I think Campbell is pretty good, bro. You know, he gets his sacks in there. I think he's pretty good.
No, he's good, but I feel like he should be better than what he is what I'm saying.
Yeah, he's forgettable.
Yeah, he's very forgettable. Like, and it shouldn't be like that because with the type of player that he can be, he should be one of the top tier linebackers in the league. But I know he's gonna be like, I know he's gonna be go back on Twitter, but I'm better. I had a better season than Anthony Barr. Okay, you did, but your impact on the game isn't that big of an impact.
Right.
I mean, I don't know, man. I don't know. I think you know Devondre Campbell, you know, in 2017 played, you know, very, very well. 2018, everything was in disarray. You know, when Deion went down and Keanu and Rico. So you got, you know, DeMonte Casey learning to put everybody in their position. You know, I think that kind of hindered everybody. So I think you know Devondre plays the best of Devondre this coming season with everybody coming back and Dan Quinn at the helm calling the defensive plays. So I think we bring back Devondre Campbell because there's really nobody better out there right now. He's a role player, and I think he plays his role very well. So I don't see why we don't bring him back. No. And it could go.
Yeah, yeah. I don't want him anywhere on this team in 2020.
I mean, the only way he's forgivable is if Homie comes up with 15 plus sacks this season.
Now, Vic for me, he would have to get like 20 sacks. He has to be like in line and breaking the sack record for the year for him to get like a new contract.
Well, see you later, buddy. See you later, buddy. We know that ain't happening.
Yeah, not no goddamn 20. 2021, we might not have no football, or it might be delayed.
I cannot with another lockout. I cannot.
They're gonna get something done.
They'll get it done at the last minute.
Facts, like they did when we only had freaking 2 weeks for training camp. Yeah, and then went right inside of preseason football. I was so pissed off.
Yeah, hopefully they can get it together before then. Like starting tomorrow. they can start negotiations and getting their shit together. And we don't have to deal with that stress because that was a stressful time during that last lockout. But we'll see. We may or may not have football then. But of course, we'll be here to keep y'all updated on that situation. How that goes. But it's like what's been going on these last couple seasons with what's that fool's name with the dreads from Seattle?
The dude only got one hand?
No, the fucking cornerback that everybody hyped up and his production has gone down since then.
I'm talking Richard Sherman.
Yes. The way he's been talking about they don't give us enough recovery time in between games and we shouldn't play Thursday then Sunday or Monday then Sunday. All that shit that he's been talking about on Twitter and been real adamant about, I think it's gonna be a long year. And it's gonna take a while to get those negotiations going because the NFL is all about money. And
I think what's going to happen. They they're talking about the 18 game season. I think that's going to come into play. But I also think with that happening, I think the players will be like, okay, well, since we're going to have 18 games, then like how you brought up the rest, I think that whole key part of them having recovery time is going to play a big part in the new CBA agreement. It's going to be that. And then, like, they're basically going to want more money, too. So,
I think either Thursday or Monday night game, one of those I think is going to stop happening. I think they're going to end one of those.
I mean, more like it'll be a Thursday night game because
I'll be okay.
I'll be okay because of the viewership with that. Like, Thursday night games really don't get that much viewership if you having two bad teams play.
Yeah, I'm okay with. Yeah, I'm okay with Thursday night games being stopped because I don't watch them unless it's my team or unless it's an exciting game or two exciting teams like.
No, I mean it's who doesn't want to watch Thursday night football? Like I don't care who's playing. It's
me. I don't want to watch. I don't want to watch Thursday night games.
It's Thursday night football. Like
those games aren't good.
They're not.
Yes, they are.
Those games are not good because if you're playing a game, this is the thing that the players need to do. If they're going to keep Thursday night games, then it needs to come off of a bye week.
Facts.
You cannot be expected to play Sunday and then turn around and play 4 days later and play at your best.
Come on, man. We beat the Bucks 56-10, dude. 56-10.
Thursday night games are not good.
They're not good, bro. They're
just sore, tired players that are just trying to get
that's
to
exactly
it.
Why, that's exactly why the Eagles beat the brakes off us after we beat Tampa Bay. Like it's very trash, bro. I really don't like those Thursday night games. I really don't.
Yeah, if I'm the NFL players and there's a lockout, the things that I want to have happen, I want those Thursday night games gone. Yep. I want guaranteed contracts.
Yeah.
I want them to, depending on the laws of where you live at, you should be able to partake in medicinal marijuana outside of taking all the pills that they give you. And they need to get. Oh, the last thing, they need to get Roger Goodell out of the justice system. Like, he shouldn't be out here investigating things that the justice system he shouldn't be overreaching on that.
The only thing I do not agree with, and the only thing I don't agree with what you said, Sniffles, is the guaranteed contracts because, number one, I get that you have a family and you have it's really up to the players to stay healthy. It really is. I think it's more of, let's say about 65%, 45% for the players to stay healthy, 65 on the player, 45 for the team. I don't agree with that because we got other people to play. We got other people to pay. And if we're going to be giving these players these huge contracts, how are we going to pay out other players? So
but
by managing your money properly,
right? But that's the thing. It's all gonna be cap based on your cap too. So that's why I think it's gonna be a larger cap, and then like I said, it's like the owners, they're not lacking for money, so they could put money into paying these players a lot more, especially when you're gonna go to switch to an 18 game season like that. Like that's the only way to for the players to agree with that. Like they're not gonna agree to an 18-game season, and their money is gonna get stretched over an 18-game season with the money they have now. They're gonna ask for more money, so it's a twofold thing. Like if we're gonna play 18 games, we're gonna want more money. And the
I don't
NFL
even agree with that, bro. I don't even agree with that 18-game thing. Keep it at 16.
But this is the thing. Like who with the 18-game season, like you're gonna generate more money. It's all money based. Like you're gonna have more viewership. So all that is it's gonna prolong the season even more. So instead of it ending January, instead of regular season ending like December, it may end in like January now, and then like the Super Bowl would be played in like March or something. So it's just gonna prolong everything else in the long run. Which may backfire because it'll shorten the players' recovery too, as a whole from the seasons. So I just don't know how it would go. But and the thing with the weed, I don't think that's going to fly either because you have certain states that's only legal in compared to like a California and a Georgia, like. That's not gonna be fair for the Falcons when the Rams and the Chargers, their players get to smoke weed to help with their pains, and the Falcons players don't.
Yo, I wonder if any players on our team smoke weed.
Okay, all of them. Man, everybody do. Cause my cousin, he played in the league, and I went to his house, and like he pulled out like a draw from his aisle in his kitchen. And started rolling up. Like all of them, and this was like in off season. All of them do that stuff, in my opinion.
Yeah, we just saw Kawhi Leonard rolling up. We didn't see it, but we know.
What it do, baby?
That man was rolling up, man.
Shit, ain't nobody gonna stop my getting to the championship. He rolled one up next day. I'm sure he rolled one up as soon as he got home from partying.
But the thing is, NBA players they could get away with it because their drug testing system isn't as harsher compared to the NFL, so they can get away with stuff.
The NFL isn't that bad either. The only people that have a problem passing the NFL drug test are people with like legit problems.
Yeah, the addicts. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Well.
Because at the end of the day, like we don't care. Like fans don't care. The NFL thinks we care, but we don't care. We don't care if a player's smoking weed on his off time. Like no one gives a shit about
that. Only is that one guy, that one overworked black guy on ESPN. What's his name?
Stephen A. Smith.
Yep, him.
He's literally the only one that cares.
Yeah. But in that too, like if that is implemented. I would say they would have to like look into like the like if it's like legit because it's a lot of stuff that's laced with other stuff that may have people like flipping out and stuff like that. So
you wouldn't get laced stuff if the stuff was legal and you can just buy it from a store. Like if you're getting your weed with a receipt, it's probably not laced.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
We did talk about like the championship with the Toronto Raptors. Like, we don't have a problem watching athletes on buses, like chugging beers and doing all that stuff. Like, but if they were on that bus smoking weed, like, oh my gosh, how could they? Like, why are the optics so different? What it do, baby?
What it do, baby? Son, that is the funny. Bro, that is probably the meaning of the summer, bro. What it do, baby? That is literally the meme of the summer.
He got another ring, even though my Spurs did him dirty. Oh, but that's another episode on a different podcast that I don't have. But yeah, that's all I got. This was a good episode.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
Tony for coming up. Tony only says he's agreed because he don't.
All right, here we go, man. Here we go.
Thanks for coming on, Tony. Josh, as usual, you're the best. Don't get suspended no more. Oh, if y'all don't know, Lolo got suspended for talking shit. So she got a new page. I forgot what it's called, but it starts with 404. I just retweet it. So if you follow me on Twitter, I'm gonna retweet her. Get her followers back because she was talking mad shit about Saints fans, so I'm sure that's why she got suspended.
So look, what is the frequency that this podcast is gonna be? Because you be having them few and far between. So what's the frequency?
If you don't leave me alone, shit.
Yeah, it's like weekly during the football season, right?
So yeah, it's gonna be bi-weekly.
Okay.
I record is a question. It's a good question. Sometimes I might split it up into two. Record one time and do 2 bi-weekly episodes because I'm in the middle about to be moving and I keep going back and forth to Atlanta with this whole job situation. So I got a lot going on over here.
Where you moving to?
I ain't telling these fucking people on here.
Right. You're right.
Crazy, stocky, weird men on here.
Anyways, you're right.
So yeah, I'll let y'all know. So it's gonna be bi-weekly. Just know that. Okay. Thanks, Marcus, for coming on here. As usual, you're always welcome until you're not. So, because
that's true. That's true.
Check out the committee podcast. That's every Monday. I think they have some fine man on there coming up next. I saw some tweets, and he looked fine. I don't know who he is, but I can't wait to listen to that. And
Jesus, dude.
Ask some questions, okay? On there. South Breeze, screw you, because you ain't recorded again for like the 3rd time in a row. So one of your pocket things is gonna break. I'm gonna steal your Sanu helmet. That's fine. I'm steal that shit from you. It's the 3rd time, and I'm sick of your shit. Shout out to Love Vixen. She is not on Twitter anymore. She'll be back, but y'all need to send her prayers. She's going through some stuff. So any prayer warriors out there, whoever you pray to, Buddha, God, Allah, whatever, just send the prayers. I'm inclusive, you know what I'm saying? If you don't pray, you're like to the universe, just do the universe stuff. Okay, whatever you do, just send her stuff. Because she's going through, she's getting better, guys. She's getting better, but yeah, just send her some prayers. Y'all got any shout outs or anything before we end this? Shut up. Next, who else got shout outs? You saying to me,
Jeez.
Hey, that's such a jerk, bro. Nah, man. Shout out to the whole Deep Dirty Bird Nation, bro. Yo, we coming. Our time is coming, bro. Shout out to the whole state of Georgia, man, with the Braves and the Hawks who kicked ass the other night in the draft. The Braves who just won tonight, bro. A championship is coming to the city of Atlanta. Me being from Baton Rouge, because I'm a Falcons fan and I'm a Braves fan, I'm really rooting for the city of Atlanta and the whole state of Georgia. So shouts out to y'all, man. For real.
Appreciate it.
For sure.
Gosh.
Just want to shout out my little boy, Kason, and that's really it. What'd you say over here?
I said you gonna shout out your son. I knew you gonna shout him out. Niffle.
I just want to give a shout out to all the young black boys who are out there who have dreams of being a quarterback. Don't let anybody tell you that you can't play quarterback the way that you play. Just because you happen to be fast and athletic doesn't mean that you're playing the quarterback position the wrong way. Do what you do, shine on, keep pushing, keep fighting, keep practicing, and you're gonna make it. I promise you, you're gonna make it. Don't worry about what these haters right here say. Keep it going. Keep it going. Black excellence.
Wow, bro. John, you find out yourself hating yourself, G.
No. He just said that because I hate most of the quarterbacks that he liked. So, but like I said, I like Russ. I like Watson. I like Mahomes. Like, them ones, they can really play from a quarterback standpoint. But Cam cannot on a consistent basis. Consistently. That's true.
You got a point with that one. Yeah, all little black boys. Just follow your dreams. Don't listen to Josh. And on that note, we are out.
All right, fellas and gals, y'all be easy.
All right.